When looking outside today, snow fell in the valley for the first time in 6 years.
We've got a lot to talk about tonight. Obviously, the snowfall in Las Vegas, the big weather story. The snow is gone, but we are left behind now with some very, very cold temperatures, very unseasonable for this time of the year. Currently, we're near the freezing mark, actually 33 degrees across the valley right now. 7 a.m. will be at 38. Tomorrow, a high of only 50 degrees, well below normal for this time of the year. All right, let's talk about some pictures around the valley. If you weren't out and about, this is what you missed. You betcha. Here's something you don't see every day downtown. Snow fell at Fremont Street, sort of a shock for tourists visiting. Meanwhile, it felt and looked like winter along our famous strip. It didn't last long, but long enough to surprise some visitors. At Red Rock today, it looked like a postcard. Snow covered the rocks, and many stopped along the side of the road to kind of take it all in. Meanwhile, the road to Mount Charleston was the road to a winter wonderland. It came down hard, and that means chains trying to get up the hill when it's that heavy with the snowfall. Coming up, we'll take a look at the midweek forecast, and we'll also have our riddle coming up a little bit later on. Kathy, John? Well, the cold front seems to have hit all areas of Southern California. Snow fell today in the East County section of San Diego. The powder covered much of the county. We even got word from a couple of weather forecasters that some light snow was falling at some of the beaches in San Diego. All right, folks, I think it's fair to say, even if you hate snow today, you got to admit, it was interesting to see this occurring across the valley. We were wondering, when's the last time we saw any type of measurable snow in Las Vegas? Now, we've seen some snowstorms over the last couple of years, but measurable snow at the National Weather Service office actually goes back to February 1990, about 1.5 inches. Today, we did see an inch officially at the airport. Mount Charleston, though, the big winner, 15 inches. The lakes reporting 1 inch. Summerlin, 3/4 of an inch. Pahrump also some snow as well, and it was snowing from just about everywhere across the valley, from Green Valley to Henderson, all over the east side of the valley as well, so everybody included there. North Las Vegas right now, 32 degrees. In Pahrump, you're at 34. Summerlin, 39 degrees. Russ Miley, our weather watcher in Spring Valley, checking in with 35 degrees. Big goose egg up at Lee Canyon right now. I'm telling you, the temperature just dropping rapidly in the higher elevations at 0 right now. At the lakes, 35 degrees. Downtown, you're at 40. Along the strip, 36 degrees. In Henderson, the Garretsons checking in with 35, and in Laughlin right now, 44. They didn't see any snow, but they did get a trace of rain reported earlier. By tomorrow morning, it's not going to be a heat wave, folks. Look at that, from Elko to Ely to Cedar City, close to 0 for just about everyone. Las Vegas down to 28 degrees. Phoenix tomorrow morning, 41. They did see some snow up around Carefree. Flagstaff got hit pretty hard with some snowfall as well. If you're traveling there, the roads are rather covered with some of the white stuff. All right, let's show you what's going to happen over the next couple of days. We've had one storm system move through the Rockies, and this is it right now, passing away from Las Vegas. Another storm spinning right here. You'll notice it's starting to push some clouds into parts of the Silver State. This one, however, will not bring us any snow or any rain, or really it won't change our temperatures too much. It'll just send some clouds our way. The bulk of this storm will stay well to our north, so this one isn't going to affect us too much. So it's going to allow our temperatures to warm up come the middle of this week. For tonight, though, clear and cold, 28 the low, southwest wind 10 to 15. It's just going to be nippy out there tomorrow morning. High tomorrow, 50 degrees, a few clouds. This is well below normal for this time of the year. 50, as I mentioned, the high. Lake Mead, partly cloudy, cold for you folks out at the lake tomorrow, 54 after a morning low of 36. And at Mount Charleston, partly cloudy and cold, down to -4 tonight. Tomorrow, a high of only 27 degrees. Skiers, though, you've got some great snow up there. And Wednesday, we'll start to warm up, 51 degrees, 58 on Thursday, and Friday and Saturday back up to the mid-60s. That's actually normal for this time of the year. All right, folks, let's see if you have the answer. What is the greatest snowfall for Las Vegas in a 24-hour period? 9 inches back on January 4th and 5th in 1974, and we want to thank Joe Nemeth from the National Weather Service for providing us with that answer.
I just want to mention quickly to the MASH villages. Boy, you earned your money today. A lot to talk about, a lot happening.
That's fun. It's fun. Even people that don't like the cold weather were ecstatic to see the snow today. It's kind of ironic that it's 1 week that we set record high temperatures in the 80s, and here we are, the bottom fell out of the temperatures and the sky for that matter today, as large flakes of snow fell from Summerlin to Green Valley and even downtown and on the Strip. It was really something else. Officially, they're calling it about an inch of snow, but it didn't stick around long enough to accumulate because the temperature in the valley never got below freezing during the day. However, where it did get below freezing, it totaled 15 inches in Lee Canyon, about 10 inches on the Mountain Springs Summit, 4 inches in Pahrump. Now, this isn't that unusual for snow in the valley. We've got pictures of a storm that occurred back in January 1979. And when you dig up the archives, you can find flakes of snow falling in many years since records have been kept in southern Nevada. The last time was last winter. In fact, the Thanksgiving week, 94, which would have been last winter, winter of 94, 95, it was not only cold, but we had plenty of snow. Not enough, just like today, not enough to really stick around, but enough to make the afternoon interesting. The last measurable snow occurred in February of 1990. That was 1.5 inches. And the most significant snowstorm since weather records have been kept was in January of 1949. That was nearly 10 inches. Now, again, that was at McCarran. Some parts of the valley had over a foot. Other locations also received snow today. We weren't the Lone Ranger. Here are pictures from Julian, California, just outside of San Diego. They got a couple of inches, as you can see. Salt Lake City, by the way, the mountains outside of San Diego had up to 14 inches of snow. This is from Salt Lake City, where an accident on the interstate there caused a pileup of over 100 cars. They had a whiteout during a blizzard as the storm pushed to the east. And obviously, if you've ever been in a whiteout before, you can't see much of anything. And that's what happened with those folks. Here's the satellite picture from that region right now, and you can see all the precipitation that has moved east into Colorado and New Mexico. Again, right now, except in the mountains, this is really not heavy snow, but there are some flakes flying in Denver all the way down to Albuquerque and even into the mountains in Arizona, too. They've been getting their share, especially northern Arizona tonight. But things have cleared off in southern Nevada, and it has cooled down big time. Temperatures around the valley at this hour already down to 30 degrees in Henderson, 31 in North Las Vegas. Fortunately, it's not as windy now as it was earlier, but still, we do have some pretty cold wind chills. Pretty cold, 16 degrees in Henderson, the wind chill, 22 degrees in North Las Vegas. Officially, the high temperature today, 44. The morning low was 34. We were 21 degrees below average, but believe it or not, back in 1944, we had a high temperature on this date of only 40 degrees. You can see how the system just pretty much fizzled as it pushed off to the east. All of the precipitation that was mostly in the form of snow has dissipated. No longer a factor as far as our weather is concerned. However, a pretty strong jet stream coming straight down from the north, bringing the cold air with it. That pattern will continue probably through the middle of the week, so we're not going to warm.